Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 10th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this bat and this oyster. The bat is kind of about, I don't know, I feel like there's something here about you trusting your senses. It's almost like, I'm not getting the actual meaning of that card there. It's more like saying to me that you have a sense about something, or you are sensing something, and whatever it is, I think that you need to trust the feelings that you get from a situation. The oyster kind of represents opening up, and it's funny because you have this unlocking card right here. So I think something is opening up for you, or you are opening up to kind of like a special opportunity. You know, there are like pearls inside of oysters, and it's almost like you are receiving a gift here, or, you opening up as a person could be producing a gift, or you could be sharing your gifts even with this energy. And I kind of feel that is what's going on here with this reading. You start with the Four of Wands, and you do have the Ace of Cups as well. So there is love here if you're interested. You also have three aces, which is pretty interesting. So there could be a new beginning coming in for you in love if you have a desire for love. But I would also say that the Four of Wands is a card of completion. This right here kind of looks like a finish line. And the Four of Wands can say you are completing one project and you're starting something else. So sometimes I just feel, the Four of Wands can be marriage, but sometimes I feel that it's just saying that you're kind of like wrapping things up and you're starting something new. And definitely with three aces, three aces is a definite new beginning or starting something over. And so I feel like you're starting something new. I feel like whatever it is, you're going to love it here, Aquarius, with the Ace of Cups. I also feel like the Ace of Cups is kind of saying that there's like a better use of your time. It's like you're using your time better, or something like that. I think you're getting a bigger bang for your buck based off the things that you work on. That cup is overflowing, and it's doing things that cause it to overflow. It could easily reach down into that water and scoop up more water, so it never runs out of energy. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you could be discovering things in your life that either fill you up, or things that you could do more endlessly. And this could have to do with like work, business, whatever. And when we do those things and we get into that flow, we're pretty much unstoppable. So I think the gist of this reading is that you getting into this flow of energy is going to make you unstoppable. You have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient. I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons over the past few years, like most people have, but your lessons, I feel, are a little bit different. Maybe some of them hit you a little bit harder, or maybe it feels like they hit you a little bit harder. And now I feel like you are showing your strength, or maybe you need to. We go up to the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is above these mountains that are on the card. And so the Ace of Swords says that there will always be obstacles in your life, but you will always be able to overcome those obstacles because the sword is above the mountains. But there's still this crown here, and it's kind of funny because we go to the Hangman. The Hangman kind of has a crown. His head is glowing because he's hanging from this tree of knowledge and wisdom. He's doing this to gain enlightenment, but it's almost like you are imagining a crown that you could have, is where I feel like this reading is going. You have this Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is saying be flexible, although I do feel that there definitely could be someone rushing into your life here, and it definitely could be a fire sign. So for those of you that are looking for love, I feel that there could be a fire sign, or, could be another air sign as well. It could be another Aquarius, but, take it how it resonates. And, I think that there's a person who's rushing in with communication. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. I really love this Four of Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot, and you can see that those three cups are pouring into that one cup. And so it kind of says that you could be finding a connection that really pours into you, or you could be finding a connection that really causes you to overflow. So this Four of Cups in this deck, I really love it. But again, I think that you stepping into the flow is making you unstoppable, is kind of where this reading is going. With the Strength card, you have the World. Yeah, definitely, we see a lot of accomplishment here. Three aces, but definitely the Ace of Swords is a card of an accomplishment. And then the World can represent an accomplishment as well. By the way, I don't know if I said this, but I'm doing past, present, future. And the oyster is closed on this card, but there's like glowing light that is coming out of this oyster, I kind of feel like this reading is encouraging you to stop holding back, or, it's like sometimes I think we're afraid to speak up because we don't want to be wrong, right? And I feel this reading, there is almost this element of, voicing something or speaking up in your life, or saying more, or sharing more, or doing more. And I feel this is saying, like, don't hold back. Don't be afraid of, like, being wrong, for example. I think that's probably maybe one of the bigger things that Aquarius will be dealing with during Pluto in Aquarius when it moves there in November officially to stay for like 20 years is, I think the fear of being wrong, or the fear of being called out, or the fear of, you saying something and people making fun of you, or, whatever the case may be. I think you need to open up here. You have this unlocking card. It says resolution, revelations, openness, new path, solutions, destiny, and success. There you go. Now you have this gift card. It says recognition, receiving gifts, reward, flattery, reconciliation. So I think that there's a gift, but the gift is you. It's like you're sharing your gift is what this is saying, or you need to share your gift. And by sharing your gift, you're going to be in that flow that makes you unstoppable. You have the Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords is about charging forward towards success. So I feel for a lot of you that you are charging forward towards success. Normally I wouldn't say that because normally I don't like the Knight of Swords too much, but you have so many good cards here that I think that a lot of you are really just charging towards success. I think it's been a long journey. I think it's been a long road and it's been difficult, but you're clearly doing things that are kind of, leading to something bigger in your life is what I feel, or there is something bigger coming in for you. You have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, of course, is a victory and success. So like I said, I think there's a big victory or success coming in for you. I really feel you need to claim your crown, that crown is at the top of that Ace of Swords there. And so I think you need to take your crown. Your opposite sign is Leo. Leo definitely wears a crown. Sometimes I think, simple Chris's crappy astrology here that we have to do, like when we come here, whatever sign we are, it's like we should also learn the opposite, right? So I think that you, Aquarius, are like learning, how to step into the limelight, how to step into attention, or how to get attention, or how to get more attention, or how to deal with criticism, like anything having to do with attention. Imagine that, right? And the good, the bad, the ugly. And I think that, for you to take your crown, it's like you have to embrace all of it, the good and the bad, and the challenges and everything. And it's not good or bad. I think that's the mistake people make is they think like, oh, if I get criticized, this is bad. But really, no, it's not. It's like you learn something when you're criticized. You can examine it. And it's like how you perceive it, is also going to be important. We have the Hangman right here. The Hangman says there's like two sides to every story. Guess what else? The Ace of Swords says there's two sides to every story. There are two sides to the sword on the Ace of Swords. So it's like, sure, you could look at criticism or whatever's happening to you and you could say this is a bad thing, or you could say like, this person just doesn't see how I do, or you could say, what can I learn from this, or whatever. So I think that kind of gaining new perspectives is going to be a little bit of a superpower for you over the next few years here, Aquarius, and I would definitely embrace it. You have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold. So I feel for some of you that there's like a little bit of coldness here, maybe wanting to come out of the cold. I kind of feel like you need to like ask as well. So, for some of you, it's like maybe you're feeling left out with your partner and I would like speak up, right? Maybe you want a partner and I would speak up, or I would open up to the world so that you can have a person in your life so you're not alone, or whatever the case may be, right? So I definitely get a little bit of that energy there. Let's see. With the Knight of Swords, here you go. You have the Lovers. Yes, I definitely feel that there could be a person rushing into your life here. It's kind of funny because I do, I would never encourage anyone to like rush into a relationship or anything. But just I've noticed in this set of readings and also the last set, which I can't remember what that was. It was like the June bonus readings or something. I can't remember. But whatever the last set was, there was like this little bit of like a sense of urgency all of a sudden for people in love, where it's like maybe people are like feeling like they actually want love or they want a connection. I don't know, there's something there. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Hierophant, another card of marriage. So there could be a new beginning in love with a person where there's a lot of desire and you could marry this person, or maybe you're hoping to form a connection with this new person. So, again, it looks really good for those of you that want love. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient. We see Strength here twice right here. And so we see this patience, but I really also kind of feel that this is about claiming your crown. Remember what we just said about being unstoppable a minute ago over here. I kind of feel to be unstoppable, it's like you have to claim this crown, but, with the crown, you have to claim the burdens as well, right? And I don't know, there's something about that here in this reading. When you think about it, it's like being a king. It's like everybody thinks that, being a king, your life is amazing and all this other stuff, but really, it's like a king back in the day would have all these burdens burdens and problems that he would have to deal with. So it's like, there's something about that in your reading where it's saying like, yeah, it's like you have to claim this crown, but there's maybe a little bit of resistance to the dark side, or the things that you don't want to have to deal with. But really, it's like to claim the crown, you have to deal with those things, right? So don't put the resistance out there and push something that could be really good for you away. Next, in the area of the future, you have the seahorse. It says watch and wait. You have this dragonfly. It says truth transcends illusion. Yeah, we're in a time of truth. And, I've been saying it for years that I think we're going to see a lot of truths coming out. We already have. Look at what's going on with celebrities and, all that other stuff. And this is only going to accelerate. We're going to see more and more and more of this stuff coming out. So, it is what it is. But on a personal level, I think the universe is asking us to live our truth. So it's basically saying, don't do things you hate to do. Make sure you're doing more of the things that you love to do. And again, of course, there are always going to be things that we're obligated to do. That's just part of life. But, for the most part, can you do more of the things that you actually want to do is what this is saying. And that's really what I would focus on with this energy. You have the Hangman, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. The Hangman is about being in hangman mode, kind of like waiting for something to happen in your life. So I feel for a lot of you, you have that watch and wait card. I feel like you have been watching and waiting for something to happen, and now you're getting the answers. His head is glowing. He's gained enlightenment, and now he needs to get off of this tree, the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and he needs to start his journey again. So, he's sacrificed movement. Maybe a lot of you have not been really making big moves lately, but now I feel it's time for you to be unstoppable. Like I said, it's time for you to kind of like step into this unstoppable type of energy, or to do things that make you feel unstoppable so that you can be, in that flow state, that more flow energy. And I feel that. You have the Four of Swords here. I feel that there is kind of, I would collect your energy at this time. I've been saying to everyone, at the end of the year, we have Mars going retrograde. It's in your opposite sign, Leo. So I would definitely take extra time to recharge your batteries this year. When you can work. When you need a break, take a break. And I think that if you protect your energy between now and the end of the year, that by the time we have the Mars retrograde, if you're protecting your energy, then you're entering into it from a better place. You're entering into it from a place of having protected your energy, so you won't be too tired. You won't be too exhausted. So I would make sure to do that with this Four of Swords. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is like a passionate new beginning, and I feel like saying you're like off to the races. I feel like there's some sort of spark coming in for you, or there's some sort of spark of energy that's coming in where you're gonna have this like fresh new beginning where you enter into flow. With the Hangman, you have the Two of Pentacles. There's this whole thing about duality here in your reading. We see like the two pillars basically on the Four of Wands, the Lovers, this card, the Ace. We have multiple aces here. So I think that there's something about needing to realize that you have to like play with both sides. You have to, deal with two things at once, right? Duality, that's part of life. And I feel like balancing your energies is going to be really important for you. With the Four of Swords, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth, and we are in a time of expansion and growth. So I would do whatever you can to, put yourself out there, to expand, to grow, to learn new things. I think all that would be a good idea for you. I also feel that there could be a result coming in for you. The Three of Wands can represent your ships coming in. And so there could be a new result coming in for you, like in work or business or whatever it is that you do in your life. And this result could be something that, makes you very happy. It's almost like your ships are coming in, but I don't know. I just have the word results coming in, is popping into my head here. So there could be like good results of work that you've done. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Devil. You actually have two cards and the Ace of Cups. So there could be a Capricorn coming in for some of you if you want love. But I also feel that this could be your emotions overflowing. You have four aces now. Whenever we have these readings with a lot of aces, it's really encouraging a new beginning, or it's really encouraging you right here to have some sort of new beginning or to create a new beginning. And I feel like this new beginning is the thing that is going to get you into the flow the most. And, I think that it's really going to be important for you to kind of unleash your truth on the world here, Aquarius, because it's like, I think you need to do that. It's like that oyster says there's, so many gifts inside of you, but you have to show them. You have this birth card. Yeah, with multiple aces, there's definitely new beginnings, or, there could be rebirths or new births happening in your life. This doesn't have to be like a baby, but there's like new things being born in your life. You have this indecision card. Aquarius, is what I would say here. I think that, the curse of Aquarius is, not being decisive sometimes, right? So I think that this is about making decisions. Maybe you just need to tell yourself that you're a decider, and that you do make decisions. I think it's always better to just make a decision because, some people say to me, like, what's the right decision? I always say, well, you really can't make the wrong decision. And people say, well, I make wrong decisions all the time. Like, yeah, but did you? Or did you learn from the decision? And really, you made the decision. So it was never the wrong decision, right? And so, yeah, maybe there's some sort of consequence based off a decision you made, but did you learn from it? Did you have an experience? Did something happen? You never make the wrong decision. And I think you need to realize that. You have this enthusiasm card. I think you're being guided towards your enthusiasm. I think everybody is right now. What brings you joy and happiness? It's like when the robots take over, right? Which is basically happening at an accelerated pace. It's like, what are you going to do with your life, right? So, it is what it is. So this is why I encourage people all the time to, kind of like develop something based around a passion or something that you could do all day long. You have this generosity card. I feel like you feel the universe is being generous at this time, so love it. And you have this resistance card as well. Didn't we say something about pushing through resistance in your reading? I think you need to, push through a little bit of resistance here in your reading. But other than that, this looks amazing. So, I think there's good stuff coming in for you. It looks amazing. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.